This video is brought to you by patreon.com/worsttake. Get access to exclusive live streams and Discord servers, on-screen shoutouts, and early access to some videos when you join now. Help make sure that we can continue to make content like this by supporting the Patreon. Links are in the description down below. What a difference a week makes. Last week, I had to make a 1 hour and 10-minute film breakdown of basically just the quarterback. I didn't even really get to focus on the run game or anything else. We were just spending an hour and 10 minutes last week on the quarterback because that's how dire it felt. That's how upset we were at the performance that we were getting from the quarterback position. And now this week is a little bit different, right? Like we can relax. Look, the film breakdown don't got to be an hour this week. I don't got to break down 55 plays. We can just kind of kick back and relax a little bit and look at what they did well, what they can improve on, what more can be done, what are the next steps for Deshaun Watson to make sure that he gets into the form that you need him to be in if you want to win a championship this year. So let's jump into it, man. All right, so the first play we're going to look at is the first play from scrimmage. We're going to see, it's just a regular play action. Deshaun's going to click his feet against Jerome Ford. That's going to cause him to stumble. And he still gets up and makes this throw, right? So that's, you see what happens there. What I like about this is the composure. And since Deshaun is such a good athlete, you know, teams aren't as aggressive, right? He didn't want to crash in immediately to try to go ahead and take that sack. He let Deshaun Watson get up, which let Deshaun make a great throw to Donovan Peoples-Jones. Also, you know, you gotta give credit to the arm here for Deshaun. The arm strength was good enough here to allow him to get back up and make this throw. So he falls down. You can see where the feet get caught up here. Oh, it looked like he just slipped on the turf, to be honest. It don't look like his feet got caught up because Jerome Ford clears him. Nobody stumbles. It's just, I think the turf monster got him. Yeah. Hey, everybody wants to be on turf. I mean, you know, on natural grass, but this is part of the negatives of being on natural grass. Sometimes you get caught by a divot. Yeah, and he has just strong enough arm to be able to make that throw, even though it's late. Good on D. We'll see it from the reverse angle that it was the turf monster that had gotten him. All right, we're going to see here again. It's going to check can, whatever he's doing. And you can see here, yeah, he gets his foot out clear. It's this next step that gets him. See? He's fine. He's clearing it. It's that next step that gets him. He just trips in the sand. I mean, in the grass. But hey, stays on his feet. This is the NFL. Keep the play going and get some positive yards. And it kind of set the tone for the day. This right here, he gets almost sacked. I mean, this is what makes Deshaun Watson special. One of the things. He takes a full hit from, I believe that's Arden Key. And then another full hit from Jeffrey Simmons and still gets this ball out. And then also something we didn't see last year, it seemed like, hey, they had a plan. You know, I think Elijah Moore was watching the backfield right here. He ran his usual route. He saw that it looked like it could have been a sack. It looked like they're running that whip mesh, that Chip Kelly mesh. Yeah, where they run whip routes instead of mesh. All right, so yeah, they're running that whip mesh, whatever you like to call it. And instead of just standing there getting ready to get back to the huddle, because this is what we did last year, you see Elijah Moore is like, nah, he's still up. He's making the assumption that he's still up. He's the only guy on the field that does that, because Njoku's like, the play's dead. Everybody else is like, the play's dead. So Elijah Moore does a good job of being like, nah, he's still alive. I can get something right here. All right, we're gonna move out. Boom. Right? Feet active. And this is what all the other wide receivers need to learn. Right? When you see something like that, Deshaun can get out of that. You know what I mean? And then Jed, I love what Jed does here. He kind of stands over, doesn't get involved. Once he sees Deshaun clear, he goes in and covers his backside. That allows Deshaun to get this throw off. Elijah Moore puts himself in position to get a first down, close enough to be seen, far enough to make a play. And that's what you want to see. That's that scramble drill stuff that you want to see. And the chemistry looks like it's there with Elijah Moore. It needs to get there with everybody else because there's no reason everybody else should have been standing still on that play. But Deshaun gets his top of his drop. Look, free run, no problem. Another free run, no problem. Gets out, throws it, good. Great play. Next play we're looking at, they have that 22 formation set, but instead of it being two running backs, it's going to be Elijah Moore back here. He gets pressure again, and then he throws his screen. So that pressure is by design. And what I want to point out here is, damn, man, if the O-lineman would have did a better job blocking this is almost a touchdown, right? So they throw this screen, and look at all this space. I got to open Epic Pen again. But look at all this space that's here. It is so much space. Let me split the field for y'all so y'all can really see all this space. Look. Going this way, chasing. Going this way, chasing. Browns have 1 on 5. But Ethan Posick and Joe Bitonio do a bad job of clearing out this one guy. That's all they had to do is take care of that one guy. And David Njoku is running down the sideline with like 5 blockers, and you score. But instead, it ends up being a 1-yard play because we just don't take care of that linebacker for whatever reason. Like, weak attempt here from 55. Like, what are you doing? Just drive him out the play. He's so eager to get upfield that he wants to just put this little quick block down, but you blocked him and released him before the ball got to David's hands. And where is Joe in a hurry to get to? Right? Make sure that you take care of the first thing first. So worried about getting up ahead. Oh my God, I see a touchdown. Take care of the first thing first. Because now you got 2 yards from what should have been a touchdown. David's pissed. Everybody's pissed. Look at this. Right here. Great call by Kevin. Look, all 55 has to do is just take a real punch at 50. Get his ass out the way. That's a linebacker on a center. And Joe, let's be sure that's out. All you got to do is help a little bit. You're going to be able to get to the second level. Just give him an arm, push him out the way. Just help a little bit. Make sure your guy has his leverage. That's all you got to do. You got him beat here. Don't want that one back. Don't want that one back. Damn. All right, this is a double reverse end around throw here. And they tried to get that one back, but it's not as successful as the other one. But still here, man, like still, this should have been a much bigger game. But again, impatient. What are we this impatient for? Who is that? Is that Ethan again? Again, like just take care of the first guy first. That's Wyatt. Take care of the first guy first. All right, let's go back to the actual design of that play too. So the design of this play is that it could be a flea flicker, it could be a screen, whichever one's there, right? If the flea flicker is there, take it. If the flea flicker is not there, take the screen because the screen's probably there, right? If they bit on that side, okay, cool. We gonna worry about that screen. So great play design, but again, take care of the first thing first. Get his ass out the way before you worry about getting upfield. That's it. This play right here, we're looking at Watson top drop. All right, so here's what happens on this one. We're going to look at it pre-snap. So pre-snap, this linebacker here to Alzier goes over here. So that means they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 6 numbers here on 3 versus 2 on what looks like to be 4. You like those? No, we're not 4. 2 on 3. So the numbers are here. Deshaun's eyes should be here. Deshaun's eyes are here. Some people are going to point out that Atkins is going to pop open. Yeah. But Deshaun's eyes should have been where the numbers were, and they were. So I don't mind that, right? Because he sees late, pre-snap. He shifts the linebacker over, the running back over, see if it's man. And then you see the linebacker go over here. You know you have numbers over on this side, but the Titans do a really good job of covering this, right? You have linebacker getting great depth on this play. You have this corner, especially 21, doing a great job of getting the perfect amount of depth, right? He's deep enough to where you cannot throw that to Cooper, and he's deep enough and over enough towards the numbers to where you don't feel like you have this route underneath because he's there. So both those routes are out. He's going to go back over, try to see if he can get Atkins, but he feels like he's late on that. And then instead he goes for what he's supposed to do, which is go do his check down. But the problem is DeJuan Jones kind of blocks his vision, the running back's vision, because DeJuan's giant. We'll see it play out here. Right. Goes over here. For whatever reason, I don't think he felt good about the passing lane. Right. He saw Jeffrey Simmons right here. And I think this is why he doesn't go to Atkins on this third down, because this is open, but you got to look at the passing window, that passing window, which is here. If he gets rid of it, like if he was getting rid of the ball 2 seconds earlier, it would work, but that would require him not to work front to back. But since he's working front to back 1, 2, and now he's on 3, he's just going to be late to that. There's no getting there on time if he's doing his job properly. So since he's late to that, he's got to throw now. By the time he tries to throw, he knows Jeffrey Simmons is going to be in that window, probably going to bat that ball down, and it's just safer to take this check down. It's going to be right here because you only need 3 yards. So I'm fine with the thought process and the decision process here for Deshaun. The execution leaves a little bit to be desired on both sides, both from Deshaun and the running back. Right. Deshaun kind of takes his awkward throw at it, and then he just throws this a little bit too hard. I think he could have thrown that with just a little bit of touch, just let it get to him. But instead you throw this thing super hard and he can't see you, and it's hard to catch something you can't see. You got to give your running back a chance to see it, especially when you're throwing off platform and he's not ready for it. He's also a young player. You got to give him a chance to catch that. Jerome Ford, you still got to catch that. But, I don't think Deshaun did him any favors either. Again, you'll see. You're going to watch Deshaun's eyes here. I think they're all in the right place. Starts left, works back top, comes back over. He sees Jeffrey Simmons close that window. So he decides, nope, can't throw into that. All right, I got to get out of here. I went 1, 2, 3, went all 3 of my progressions. It's not happening. I've held this ball too long. Let me get out of here. Okay, I see my check down. I'm going to try to get it to the check down. Does a great job of finding a passing window. Really does. Reads the linebackers, the edge rushers' feet to see where he's going to go. Goes opposite of that so he can't bat it down. And it just comes off his hand a little weird. So it wobbles, and it's just way too hard. Right. And if Jerome Ford could have had a better vision on where Deshaun was, he could have been a little bit more over where Deshaun wanted him to be. But also, I think, just take a little bit off this. You don't got to put everything on it. He put everything on this one. And that was just way too hard of a catch for Jerome Ford. All right, right here, gets to the top of his drop. You can see where he's going. Coop. Little late, but it don't matter when you can rock it in there like that. Look at that. Now, this is where you need to throw a fastball. This time he throws his fastball. Hits. Good. We're fine. On time, right read. Good stuff. This play here, we're going to let it play out. Little orbit screen motion, play action, and then you throw it to David. Here, and David does a good job barreling for it because he's giant. Yep. Again, do the orbit screen check. Here. Look, good job just standing tall, knowing you're going to take that hit, throwing the ball. More of what you want to see. Trust your playmakers to make those plays. Don't feel like you got to run it or abandon the play. You know you're in man. You know you got the screen. Let's just take it. Right here, they're in single high. A little motion across. You see 2 comes across. You know what that means. They run it here, and I think Kareem does a good job of just shooting through this gap. More of what you want to see. I think the run blocking wasn't what you wanted it to be this week. I think it could have been better. I think they've been better before. You know, the run blocking wasn't what you wanted it to be, but I think you had some decent run blocking in this one, right? You know, wasn't Joe Batonio's finest day. I'll say that. It just lets Tart get through, but Kareem does a good job of just getting through that gap, doesn't making it not matter, and then putting his shoulder down and getting 7. And here they're gonna be out the gun, trips right. Deshaun just on time, throws this to Coop, and since he's on time, when they see that, they call that. Well, no, that's not the pass interference one, but it's on time, got it there on time to Coop right when you want it. That's what you like to see. Again, just get to the top, see what you need, throw it. That's such a difference from last week, man. Such a difference. It's really, really nice change there. All right, we're going to move on to a different play. We're not going to go through this one, I believe. So we're going to move on to a different one. This is the Elijah Moore, Deshaun Watson fumble here. So Deshaun, here's the first thing on this play. Don't know who the read man is for this RPO action. I feel like it's Algier because Deshaun keeps it, right? So Algier is crashing. So you feel like you don't want to run Elijah Moore right into that. So you keep it so he stops and you can run around him. But Algier does a good job of getting hands on Deshaun. I'm not 100% sure why we are run blocking the opposite way when there is literally nothing going that way. Like this is a weird design. Not 100% sure what went on here. I feel like multiple things went wrong on this play, but we'll see. So that breaks down. First thing went bad. I think the read's bad or the design for the read's bad. Something went wrong at the point of attack here. And then Deshaun gets turned around, and I can only imagine that he thought that Elijah Moore was in front of him instead of behind him. And he threw this. It happens. It's never pretty when it does, but it happens. Just thank goodness you got on the ball. Right? Again, it's not about the bad play you have. It's about how you bounce back from it. But whatever was going on here, I just don't know. Like, I feel like if Elijah Moore, I think 2 crashed, and Elijah Moore should have just held on to this ball. Yeah, I think Deshaun just made a bad read holding on to this ball, because if he's supposed to be going downhill, and that's why the offensive line is crashing this way. 2-on-1, 1-on-1 here. Yeah, you got like 7 yards for Elijah Moore to take. Just give the ball up. Just get the ball up. You don't got to let him change the game here. Just get the ball up. You know what I mean? So first things first, I think, never mind. I don't think it was the play design, seeing it from this angle. I think it was just a bad read. He should have never kept that. Then he keeps it, and then he turns one problem into 2, thinking that Elijah Moore's in front of him. He's not. And oh my God, that could have been a disaster. Thankfully, it wasn't. Because the next play, this is what happens, right? Deshaun gets back there, same formation almost, throws a beautiful, beautiful deep ball to Amari Cooper, which, hey, if he doesn't get held there, that's a big play there. That's going to be completed. That ball's right on target. Again, same formation. You just have Jerome Ford in, and does a great job seeing it and let it rip. Sees a flat-footed safety, blows. He sees Amari Cooper 1-on-1 and just gives him a shot. Good things happen. Pass interference call. comes back good. And then you see here, does a great job of finding Elijah Moore later in this drive in the middle of the field. Again, what he's reading here is, hey, look, I want to see how this linebacker moves. If this linebacker is kind of flat-footed, I'm going to blow it past him. And that's the throw you want to make. You could say he can hit Njoku back here because Njoku does kind of look open, but that's safety. You got to see that safety over top. Gives you low margin of error here because if you float this thing, that's an interception. Why do that in the red zone? You know what I mean? If you underthrow this across your body, it's going to be picked off. That's not really open. It's going to look open, but it's not. This is open though, because there's nobody there. You have nobody to come underneath. That's the throw you want to make. That's the decision you want him to make. So he makes that throw. He could have made a little bit better of a throw. I would be interested to know if Elijah, if he didn't have to get up for it, if he could have outran that and possibly, gotten to the 10-yard line, but it doesn't matter because the Browns, look, we looked at this play all last week, right? Where the Browns love to send this guy across on that cross here. No matter what the formation, whenever they split that running back wide, right? That's what they like to do. Well, the Titans saw this and they're like, okay, we're not going to let you get the cross. We're going to play the cross. And the Browns saw that they did that. And the Browns were like, okay, we're going to take the cross here and go up. Now, I do not get full credit for that discovery. That goes to Jake Burns. Jake Burns really discovered that. Check out his film breakdown. It's incredible. He does an hour on both offense and defense. So check him out. He's always on point with this stuff. But this is a fun little play here where good route, fakes that little cross that we saw, because I remember telling y'all, oh, it's open all the time. They saw that it was open, and then the Titans decided to crash down on it and go behind them, get it. And again, with Deshaun, look, you had a couple of looks like this in Pittsburgh where if he just would have did this, he would have had an easy touchdown or two, right? You see that the linebacker's committed. The second you see that, get rid of it. And you see, the second he sees that linebacker commits this week, he starts that throwing motion and makes that decision. No thinking, right? Gets to the top, sees that linebacker commit. The second he sees it, I'm getting rid of it. I trust my guy. Good ball. That's been the difference, man. Here, again, he sees exactly what he wants. What's Deshaun looking for here, right? It's easy to say somebody's open. It's another thing to see it become open pre-snap, right? So he sees this look. It kind of looks like a two shell, but then late in the snap, it turns into what looks like a three. Yeah, so you see as he's dropping back, he sees this safety haul ass to get top. So he knows it's either one or three, right? Either way, for the purposes of this, it's three. It doesn't matter, right? One high safety is the important thing. He sees this safety coming towards the middle, which means he knows, hey, I saw the depth that this DB was at. This DB's at zone depth, right? Like he's playing off. There's time there. That's not really a one-on-one matchup, but I saw this DB at one-on-one depth with Amari Cooper and the safety's going away. I'm throwing the coop. That's the decision-making process. And then he sees that immediately and doesn't hesitate. The second he sees it, he checks to see if he likes where Coop is on his route, right? And he likes where Coop is on that route. I'm getting rid of it. I don't got to see it. I just got to throw it. And that should have been a touchdown because Amari Cooper was going to cook him. Again, just watch 37. He's watching Hooker on this, right? They show a too high shell. Then you see that linebacker, that other safety start to creep in, and you're like, hold on, let's see what it is. You see him shading towards this seam, and you're like, okay, I got what I want. One-on-one, let's get it. Boom. Great throw. Look at that throw. Look at that throw. Never out of bounds, by the way. Terrible call. Look at that throw. Because there's not a lot of space for Coop, but oh my goodness. Just drops it. Oh, God. Oh, he just drops it. That's nasty. That's nasty. And then Coop comes here. He makes a move. He's going to go his up, back is up, and that would have scored. Or at least got to like the 5. Gave him the heem. All right. I like the decision making on here. Again, he decides I'm going to take the hit, throw this thing deep. It doesn't happen because Amari Cooper gets murdered on this one for whatever reason. Like, watch 0, and then here hold, another hold here, and they just don't call it. If Coop would have been there, that would have been a touchdown. Great decision. Stay in the pocket. I like it. All right. Deshaun here again, staying tough, seeing what he needs to see, right? You get that same look. You know, you got one-on-one tight coverage on the inside here with Peoples-Jones and a DB. You see one high. You see that they stay one high after the snap, and then you go, okay, cool. They're playing under coverage. We know that we got him holding that corner deep. I know I have this little corner here. Boom. And then another beautiful throw. We'll watch that again. Again, the decisiveness, the quickness in decision, the accuracy. These are all things that very much encourage you, right? You get here, top drop. Look at that clean. Look at this clean ball. Goodness. Man, when he's on, he's on. Goodness gracious. All right. What's this play right here? Top drop. Oh, and he just throws that slant inside. It's beautiful. On time, using the middle of the field. That's what the next steps are for him. It's getting to the top and just trusting it. But you can see a lot more trust, a lot more faith, a lot more. He's just calmer in this game than he was against Pittsburgh. And I don't know if it was the rivalry game or Monday Night Football that did it to him, but he just wasn't calm on Monday night, and you can see it in how he played. This game, calm, cool, collected, throw that middle. I know how to do this. It's just like practice. Same thing here. Play action, top. Oh, yeah, I see it. Boom. The second you see them safeties split and a flat-footed free safety, just throw that thing up. It's going to be a tutty. And he trusted it. Nothing crazy, but everything that you wanted to see, because we didn't want to see anything crazy from Deshaun. We weren't asking Deshaun to make tight window throws. Just take what's there. And he took what's there. And then by taking what's there, they broke the defense and were able to take even more. You know, then he was able to show a splash. This is what the future looks like with Deshaun. This is what you hope games look like going forward. And you hope he takes that next step where he's finding things in the middle of the field and you're getting all this stuff going down. So I'm encouraged by what I saw from the offense. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Y'all have a great day. Have an even better night.